What's going on YouTube? Bryce Crispy 94 here, and my lighting is a little messed up. That's a little better. Power outage last night. Anyway, I'm back with another miniature painting video today. We're doing it a little bit differently from now on. So this will be our episode 1. And it's more of a how-to paint. So I chose a young white dragon for today's video. This young white dragon here is from Epic Miniatures over on my mini factory. We've painted a lot of their stuff before. Young green dragon. Trying to think. I know I've painted quite a bit of it. Been a long week, but yeah, very excited to get started on this awesome dragon. So, before I break down how we're gonna paint it, I do want to say I am doing the base here with a cool snow biome type base, and I got the idea, or I'm following pretty much the exact tutorial from Devs and Dice, so the link to their video will be down below. So I'm not going to cover how I do it since I'm blatantly copying them. But the dragon. So first step is Runic Gray. We're going to coat the entire dragon in Runic Gray. So, be right back. Now that that's finished, we're going to take Cloudburst Blue here for our step number 2. And we're just going to go down the scales, maybe a little on the underside of the belly. That's just going to give it a little bit of a darker feel in the more, in the larger scaled areas. Might even do some smidges up here on the wings and stuff. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, now that that is nice and dry, I did add in a little other spots that I thought, you know, would be a little bit cool to have it there. After the fact, we're going to take Gravelord Gray, and this was, oh, I wish I can't remember. This idea came from a video when I was researching and looking and seeing how different people painted these dragons. The link will be in the description below, and I'll announce it at the end because I'm blanking on the step, but they painted the fingers on the wings with a dark gray contrast paint. So I'm going to use Gravelord Gray, but it turned out really cool, especially once they, you know, started piling on the whites. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's just going to be this one, this, down to about there on each of these, and then the tips. So I'm going to do mine a little differently than what they did, but the same kind of style. Oh, I might do the arm as well. So that is step 3. Now that our dark gray has dried somewhat, we're going to go on to step 5, which we're going to take our Brain Matter Beige, which is actually the color of the primer that was primed in, and we're going to dry brush the ever-living crap out of it, just cover up a lot of these colors, but they're still going to shine through because we are just dry brushing. So let's get to it. All right, on to step 5. I don't think I'm going to continue this format, but, you know, anyway, probably do something a little bit differently. I might go back to what we normally do, and then I'll just explain the steps all at the end. So for step 5, I'm going to do Bleached Skull. And this is just a little bit of our white. Also, the AC just kicked on, so I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, this is a off-white that's closer to white than this, and we're just going to lightly dry brush the very tips, just to give it a little bit more of a shine, I guess. Kind of just differentiate, a little more color to it. It's already got a lot of colors, and I like the way it's looking already, so hopefully this white just puts it right over the top. So on to that step. Okay, so that step took no time at all, but you can see there's a lot more white variants to it, a little bit of blue undershowing, as well as the darker scales and the darker gray. I don't know that I necessarily like how dark it is down the back, but at this point I'm just gonna live with it. Oh, I cut myself. Interesting. Lost my whole train of thought when I noticed that I was bleeding. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to combine a bunch of steps, but we're going to take matte black and we're going to do matte black, and we're going to do all the little tips there, as well as the claws of the dragon. Then we're going to grab Pixie Dust Pink here, which is also known as Pixie Pink from Army Painter. And we're going to do our tongue, if you can see it in there. Excuse me, I got like the hiccups. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Once that is done, I'm gonna grab Xanathar Blue here, which I think is unique. It's a very pretty blue, very light turquoisey blue. That's gonna be our dragon's eyes. Then finally, we're gonna take Drake's Tooth and give it the teeth of the dragon. And then once the Drake's Tooth is dry, I will go ahead and add the brown wash to it. Probably be the only wash we use on this figure because it is mostly dry brushed. So see you guys at the end of the video. All right, we are done with the white dragon, but before I show it off, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button to let me know you enjoy the video, and leave a comment to let me know how you like this new format. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of changes because as I was recording the format, I didn't really like it. I didn't like, hey, this is this step, paint. Hey, this is this step. So I might do it all in like a slow-mo, like speed up. Hey, step 2, we're gonna do this. Speed up, like voiceover type thing. For the next one, we'll see next week probably. But enough of that. Let's check out this white dragon. So here it is in all of its white glory on the back. You can see the blue, what was it, the cloudburst blue still coming through on the scales, kind of give it that kind of cold icy look, but you can also still see tints of the runic gray, just kind of a light blue coming in, and in some places you can see the, what color was that? I have my colors are all lined up and I have base glue sitting right in front of them. The Gravelord gray coming through at the tips of the wings, just like I wanted it to, especially on the underneath there. You can see a little bit more of the color. And then here's the base again. This is Devs and Dungeons, link in the description below to their channel. I followed their tutorial mostly to a T. I didn't have some of the stuff that they used, but I made it work. And I think the snow flock, or this way to do the snow, is way better. My snow sitting around is better than just how I had been doing it with the white glue and then basing it down. I think this looks much cooler, especially more in like a tundra area, or is it tundra or taiga? I don't know. In an area where, you know, it's not technically winter all the time, you know, there's some dirt and stuff. And that's kind of what I like about this. I really like the eyes. I think they show a very beautiful icy color. Oh, there's a hair on its mouth. You can see its nice little tongue there, its teeth. I ended up not doing a wash on the teeth because since the teeth were so small, I was kind of scared that the wash would bleed into the mouth and then I'd have a gross brown mouth. You can see I did in some spots get some of the snow up on the dragon, but I don't think that adds any right there. I kind of like that, and even in the video I watched, as he's showing, he has a Yeti standing there kind of like this, and he puts some snow on its arms to make it look like, you know, it's out in the storm, which I could have done. So this model is Epic Miniatures, and I painted their young, oops, got glue everywhere, their young green dragon not too long ago. So here is that side by side. This model is smaller, yet not. I was looking at it and I'm like, body size, the tail is much bigger on this one, but the body size is about the same and the head size is about the same. But this one has its wings fully, you know, out there, whereas this one did not. Both are exceptional models. Went with kind of like a swampy-ish, wet-looking base there, or, you know, kind of a swampish dragon. And here we have the cool, awesome snow base. But yeah, really enjoyed this. If you guys like it and want to try it yourself, go ahead and follow the steps. The link to Epic Miniatures for this exact model is down there. Just search White Dragon on the channel and you'll find it. There's actually 2 different versions. There's one with a accurate White Dragon, Dungeons & Dragons head, and then one with a non accurate head, which is still really cool looking. So yeah, definitely check that out. Check out Dungeons and Devs, and check out the other channel that I again spaced out on, but its link is down there, where I got the idea to do the wings in dark gray. So see y'all next time. Peace.